In this video, we're going to talk about using rests and holds and shots. Now, rests can happen at any point in the bar, and they can happen on any or all instruments. And they can even be specified to happen only in middle choruses or end choruses. We do that in the song settings. We can specify to allow rests in the first chorus, middle, or last. So maybe you don't want rests in the middle when people are soloing, for example, but you can specify it there. Now, to enter a chord with a rest, you add one period after the chord. So let's say I'm going to start here, and I'm going to put in, let's say, D minor. I'm going to hit tab, and now I'm going to put D minor with a period. So that will be a rest on that 2 beats of the bar. And then let's say in the next bar, I'll continue with maybe C over E. So let's listen to that, and we'll hear a rest on all instruments on these 2 beats. So that's great. We can continue doing that and adding rests with one period. Now, a chord can be specified as having a shot, and by a shot we mean the chord is going to sound and then it's followed by a rest. But we can specify it as a shot by entering 2 periods after it. So I'll move to that cell, and I'm going to type DM with 2 periods, and we'll hear the strike of the chord on the 3rd beat, but the rest of the bar will be silent. And then it'll continue on and play the C over E there. Great. Now let's continue the chord pattern. I'm going to put an F over here, but this time I want to have the chord held, and by holding a chord we mean that it sounds, and instead of it being a shot where it's short and then followed by rest, it's going to be held and sustained for the rest of the bar. And to do that, we specify a hold by adding 3 dots after a chord. So I'm going to type F followed by 3 dots. And let's hear that. So I'm double clicking there, it's going to recalculate. And it's just holding indefinitely because there's nothing after it. Let's continue the pattern. I'll put maybe a G, the C in the bass over there, and then maybe an F, or maybe an A minor, like that, just to have it continue. Now, this is how we specify rests, shots, and holds for all the instruments together, but we can specifically exempt individual instruments from these rests, holds, and shots. And to do that, we enter a letter after the periods, and each instrument has a code. For the bass, we add B. For the drums, D. For the piano, P. For the guitar, G. And for the strings, S. So these exempt those instruments. So for example, in this shot, if I wanted to, let's say, exempt the drums from it, I could type in D minor, 2 periods, followed by a D. So the drums will keep playing through the rest of that bar while the rest have just a shot there. So that worked nicely. Same thing here. I can specify after this hold, or during the hold rather, to have the drums keep playing. F, 3 periods, and a D. Let's hear that. I'll play it from this bar. So that works nicely. Maybe I want the bass to continue there also. Or let's continue the pattern here. Maybe here I'll write G over B, followed by 2 periods, and then BD for bass and drums together. Let's play it from here. So the bass and drums continue. It's a nice way of having a little breakdown. But maybe I'm going to continue here and have them all come in with F over C, and then maybe a C like that. Let's hear this from the beginning. So that's a really nice way to customize your arrangements. So just to recap here, we specify a rest by adding 1 dot or period after the chord symbol. We specify a shot by putting 2 dots in, and we specify a hold by putting 3 dots in. And we can exempt instruments by adding a B for bass, D for drums, P for piano, G for guitar, S for strings. And by entering those letters after the dots, they'll be exempt from the rest or the shot or the hold. See you for more in the next video.